People ask me all the time what I mix Total ISO in. Honestly, I mix it with everything. Water, egg whites,
What the f, Jay?
Capone, Daisy.
Jay, seriously? Don't.
Alright, you got the Mad Max 6. We're back at the Mecca in Biggie. We have some beauty on the show today, man. You're lucky again.
I thought I was a beauty. No, I'm kidding. Of course. This is
Not you.
Beauty and the Beast, yeah.
Maureen Blanquisco, back on JTV. You are such a hit. We had to get you on B-Bill Roser. So we invited you. We said, hey, we need to have some star power on the show. And for the very first time, you're actually going to train with Merlin. Thanks for coming on the show.
I'm so excited.
Becky, what are we doing today?
So we're going to do legs. She's a little scared, but we're going to do legs.
I'm so scared, real scared.
And really, I'm not going to do anything specific like one of my whole training styles. I'm going to kind of mix and match. I'm going to teach you some interesting ways, specific ways you probably never trained before in certain movements. I'm going to use some supersets, intensity techniques. We're just going to try to beat her up a little bit and let her, maybe wake up sore tomorrow.
Maureen,
Maybe, I think I'm gonna wake up soon.
Maureen, you look fantastic. You're 4 weeks out from the Governor's Cup, and you're very close from being ready. She looks fantastic.
Incredible.
It's going to be great to have you on the show. Thank you so much for making it today at Gold. All right, thanks, Biggie.
Okay, so Maureen, what I want you to do on this particular exercise is we're going to emphasize the negative portion of the rep. So what I really want you to do is basically start from the top, come down to the bottom. I want you to make sure that when you get to the bottom, you hold it for 1 second. Just for 1 second, just so you can set yourself there, because if you don't hold, what tends to happen is the weight just tends to bounce back up. I don't want it to do that. So we're going to hold for 1 second, and then we're going to do 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to the top. Keeping the intensity on the hamstrings the whole way. So every rep's going to be like that, and it's going to hurt.
Literally no cheating.
Exactly. Exactly. All right.
One, and squeeze. Last one here. 5, 4, 3. Okay, good. Squeeze. Good. That's it. 5. Another one. Good. Way to push. Way to push. Good.
He's pushing.
She did good because I told her 2 more and she did 4.
That's why she's a pro. I saw that.
On this, what we're going to do is a superset. So we're going to use the abduction machine first, and then we're going to go into plie double squats. What I want you to focus on when you do the abduction machine, first of all, is having your feet turn inward like this, so that you're pushing from the heel of the foot. And I also want you to lean your upper body forward. You can either grab the machine or just keep your torso forward and this will help you to activate the sides of the glutes a lot more by doing it that way. We're also going to hold the squeeze for a full 4 seconds. So every time you get to that full squeeze, hold it tight, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once you're dead here and you can't hold it anymore, we're gonna plie dumbbell squats, wide stance, toes out, and you're gonna just do half reps from the bottom. So you're gonna come all the way down to the bottom nice and deep, come up only about halfway. Keep your focus on the glutes. Of course, we're gonna work the quads and the inner thighs as well, but the focus here is on the outer glutes, okay? That's it. Show. Come on. Squeeze. Come on. Your head. Down to the 4. And you squeeze it. Come on. Awesome. Good. Come on. Now, whatever you have, squeeze hold. Good. This one is we're going to do something sort of the opposite of what we did on the other leg curl. So we're going to focus on the positive portion of the rep. So what you're going to do is you're going to start from the bottom and you're going to lift over 5 seconds. Now the key to doing this is to not pop out of the bottom too quickly, because since the body is programmed to try to just move the weight from point A to point B as quickly as possible, it's going to want to jump fast. So you have to discipline yourself to start real slow and start and just count 1, 2, 3. So you want it to be smooth, a smooth arc all the way. When you get to the top, again, just hold for 1 second, control it on the way down. It doesn't have to be super slow, just control. And when you get to the bottom, stop dead again for a second before you begin rising to the top. You'll feel this where you're just really focusing just on the hamstrings, and it should take care of that lower back issue that you're telling me that you sometimes feel on this movement. So this is tough, but take a shot. That was way too fast. See, the body is programmed to do that. You're not going to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Right at the contraction is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, every rep like that. Come on. Slow, make the hamstrings do the work. Good. I want to still working. Nice. Come on. Isolate the muscle. Nice and slow. There we go. I'll help a little bit. Good. Come on. Same pace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Control. Good. 1, 3, 4, 5. I know you can do another one. Come on. Up. 1, 2, 4. Good. Nice.
Good job.
Okay, so now we're going to use this squat machine. Again, of course, we're using the quads, but we're looking to target your glutes a little bit more. So what I want you to do is you're going to put your feet slightly forward in front of you. I want you to focus as we just discussed, pushing with the heel of the foot so it can activate the glute. If you push from the ball of the foot, first of all, it's a lot of torque on the knee, which you don't want, and it'll activate more quad. We're focusing on the glutes. We're going to use a technique called 1.5 reps. So you're going to sink slowly to the bottom, a little bit below parallel to the floor where your legs are a little bit below. Activate the glutes. I want you to push up only halfway. Stop for 1 second, then slowly back down again, and then all the way to the top. So every rep's going to be 1.5 reps. Well, actually, it's really more like a half and a 1 rep, but it's called 1.5 reps. So this should hurt.
I hope you do on camera.
Love it. But just do it on the floor, not on us. Here we go. Focus here. Here. Not here. Deep. Loop. Halfway. Good. That's it. Good. Out. Halfway. Good. Everything's in the beautiful. Yes, good. Let's dig. Good. Let's go. Come on. Throw in the gym. Good. Yes, come on. Let's work. Come on. Push. Good. Come on. Push. Let's go. It's gonna work. Come on. All right, get it up. Come on. Up. That's it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Up. Come on. Push. 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 Got another one. Come on. Half. Down. Up. Good.
Oh my God.
I got it. Hold on.
Good. Okay. She's like, help me. Okay, so we've had so much fun up to this point. We might as well keep it going. So what we're going to do here is another lovely superset, targeting, again, using the quads, but using them to kind of target the glutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to be doing lunges first. You're going to put your feet up, one foot up here, and put your other leg out as far as you can comfortably so you get a nice deep lunge. You're going to come down to the bottom. You're going to hold the bottom for 1 second before pushing up. So I don't want you just going down and up like a piston. I want you to come down, hold so that the glute gets tight, and then push again through the heel and squeeze to the top and get the glute. Once you are pretty much exhausted there, then you're going to come over to the, well, exhausted enough that it hurts, but that you still have some power to come over here. Okay, and we're going to do single leg, side leg presses, so you can angle your body about 45 degrees. Whatever leg was lunging out in front here, it's going to go up on the platform. You're going to turn your foot instead of straight. It's going to be turned this way. Okay, and you're going to do a side leg press, so you're going to bring the weight down as far as you can to your chest. Again, you're going to push through the heel, and you're going to squeeze all the way to the top, but I actually do want you to lock out. Now, when you're locking out in this particular movement, I want you to think about locking out with the glute. So you're pushing through the heel, and it's not like a lockout, like a knee lockout. It's more like when you get to the top, you want to feel the glute squeeze. Right, the side of the glute is kind of like squeeze the top, so you really feel that squeeze. Again, this is going to activate some of the vastus lateralis on the outside of the thigh and the side of the glute, so we can have those nice solid glutes. This is going to be painful, and hopefully you survive. right, so I brought you here because there's a lot of fresh air and you can get some fresh air.
Oh my goodness.
And also because this is the last movement that we're going to do. It's going to be hyperextensions is the way I want to finish. But here's the difference between these hyperextensions and normal hyperextensions. These actually shouldn't be called hyperextensions because we're not going to be hyperextending the lower back. We're going to be focusing on the hamstrings and the glutes. So the first thing that we want to do is with this the thing back here where you put your feet up against, I want you to put your heels all the way to the top, and I want you to actually press the heels into the top as hard as you can, because when you press the heels in, that automatically makes the hamstrings flex and tighten. So you want to keep that position the whole time. And when you do it, you're going to come down to the bottom, you're going to get a nice stretch at the bottom, hold that for 1 second, let everything stretch out, and then you're going to come up nice and slow. You're going to think again about the pulling with the hamstrings, not pulling with the lower back. So you're going to keep the hamstrings tight the whole time, and then when you come to the top, you want to tense the hamstrings up through the bottom of the glutes where they tie into each other. Okay, so we're going to be really working the hamstring and glutes, and again, the body's only going to be in this position. It's not going to be hyperextended because you want to kind of leave the lower back out of it. Now, this is something we've been doing the whole workout. We've been moving very, very slowly through our repetitions. And one of the reasons why I do that, aside for how beneficial it is in firing muscle fibers, is that it allows you to make that mind-muscle connection. When you're moving weights really, really fast and mindlessly, you're not, yes, you may feel a pump or whatever, but you're not really making that connection. And the mind-muscle connection is real. It's something that's been studied. You know, it's been seen in scientific studies that when you think about a muscle firing, it actually will fire harder, you'll fire more fibers. So we're getting, it's like you said before, you're like, wow, we're just doing 2 sets, but I feel like I've done 4. And that's because we're getting so much out of each individual rep. And that's coming from the positioning and the techniques, also the mind-muscle connection. So we're gonna use that very, very strongly here so that the lower back is relaxed. We're hitting hamstrings and glutes. That's it.
That's it.
Hamstrings, and then the glutes at the top. Good. So your back is staying here, and not hyperextending. Good. Squeeze, come on. Think about the mind-muscle connection. Think about activating the hamstrings, and then focus on tightening the glutes at the top. Good. Beautiful, come on. Squeeze, that's it. Come on, keep it in here. Squeeze. Come on. Whatever you got in the tank, come on. Squeeze, beautiful, come on. Yes, come on. Come on, squeeze. That's it. Yup, that's what we want. Squeeze tight. Squeeze. Yeah, man, beautiful. Up. Yes. Squeeze it. Come on, you win in the gym. Squeeze it. Get it? Atta girl. Big finish, squeeze. Way to fight it. Up, tight. Good. She's awesome.
I know.
She's awesome.
She's a fighter.
She's a fighter. She trains harder than most of the
This
guys.
little thing.
All 113 pounds of her.
Awesome.
My biggest fear is when I'm in the backstage. I always think like, I should have done more cardio, or I should have pressed more harder. That's my biggest fear, but I would say that. I want to come into a show where
You've
I'm
left
happy.
it all on the table. You've
Right.
done everything possible to prepare for
That's
it.
what I want.
And you did today because your training was solid.
Yeah.
You did the
Training with
techniques.
him.
You
Tell me a little bit about your impression. This is first time you actually do this workout, and I'm always kind of curious for people who have been, you're the elite. You've been at the Olympia. You've trained for many years. How was that for you today? Just give me your honest impression.
Honestly, I haven't trained here like this for a while. Like I've been training I train the same way, but not exactly this. I feel different. like I mentioned to you, we did only 2 sets each exercise, but I felt like it was 4 sets, and it's super exhausting. Like this is the only time I'm stressing about my cardio because now I had to do my 15 minutes cardio, and I need to run. I don't think I could run. Literally, I don't think I can do it.
You may have to walk today.
I don't think I'm gonna do it. I think I'll do my other half later tonight, to be honest with you. Thank you. Really, I truly appreciate it.
Well, thanks for coming on the show, Maureen. It's always a pleasure to have you. Best of luck in 4 weeks. We can't wait to see how that goes for you.
Champ.
I know, that's awesome. Thank you.